Somewhere today you looked at a stranger, and before a single word passed between you, you had already filed them somewhere, rich or poor, educated or not, worth your time or not. You did it so fast you didn't even notice the sorting happened. Nobody handed you this habit on purpose. It got built into you the same way breathing did, quietly, repeatedly, until it stopped feeling like a choice at all. Not wrong in the sense of inaccurate, wrong in the sense of missing the one thing that was ever actually true about the person standing in front of you. This is the machinery you run people through every single day. Income, education, accent, job title, neighborhood feed into the sorter, and out comes a verdict about who someone is before they've said a word. A profile picture, a caption, a car in the background of someone's photo, and you build an entire story about their worth. You call it a first impression, but it's really a judgment wearing a disguise. It's not only strangers. You rank yourself against the version of you that has more, achieves more, looks calmer in photos, and you let that ranking decide how you feel walking into a room. You don't experience this sorting as cruelty. It feels like organizing, like making sense of a world that would otherwise be too much to hold at once. Once someone fits a category, you get to stop paying attention. That's the quiet reward. The label does the work so you don't have to keep watching, keep wondering, keep updating your read of them. You'll donate to the poor, pray for the sick, post about the oppressed, generous gestures aimed at a category, not a person. It feels like compassion, but it keeps everyone at arm's length. Long before you had opinions about anyone, your mind was already built to do this. Sorting the world into categories is one of the oldest tricks your brain has for surviving it. Every second you're alive, you're hit with more sound, color, movement, and detail than any brain could process whole. Categories are the filter that makes the flood survivable. This same sorting instinct gave you the 12 notes of a scale, the orbits of planets predicted to the minute, codes that weigh evidence instead of settling disputes with fists. Categorizing the world is how you built a livable one. The exact tool that gave you harmony and justice is the tool underneath every prejudice you ever carried. Sort well enough, long enough, and the sorting starts sorting people. A stereotype isn't random cruelty. It's your ancient sorting instinct, still running, but no longer checking its work against the actual person in front of it. Your mind wasn't optimized to be fair. It was optimized to decide fast enough to survive. You're carrying Stone Age wiring into a world of billions of strangers. And it shows. The apps sorting your feed, your loan rate, your dating matches, they didn't invent this. They just automated the same instinct, turned you into variables, and added you up. Say you actually decide to see people instead of categories. You'd think good intentions would be enough. They aren't. And here's where it gets uncomfortable. By the time you notice you judged someone, the judgment already shaped how you spoke to them, how much patience you gave them. You're trying to catch something that's already finished by the time you see it. You notice the snap judgment about someone's job or clothes or glamour, and instead of feeling proud for catching it, you'll feel ashamed you had it at all. That shame makes people quit trying. Categories, even unfair ones, give you a sense of where you stand. Let go of better than or worse than, and for a moment you don't know where you belong either. You can retire your own labels, but the world won't retire theirs. You'll extend someone real attention and get filed straight back into their category for it. That sting is real, and it doesn't mean you were wrong to try. My kid, my rival, my ex, even love gets boxed. Undoing the habit with strangers is hard enough. Undoing it with people who hurt you or competed with you is a different kind of hard. A label is instant. A person takes time, questions, mistakes, revisions. In a world that rewards speed, choosing slow is choosing to look inefficient on purpose. Trying hard not to stereotype someone can itself become its own stereotype. An overcorrection built on assumptions about what they need from you. There's no clean version of this, it stays messy. After a long day, categorizing people is less exhausting than actually meeting them. You'll relapse into the shortcut not because you stop caring, but because caring costs energy you don't always have. You don't get to master this once and move on. It's a daily rechoosing, which means some days you'll do it and some days you won't, forever. Instead of sorting people by what they have, sort them by what they carry. Not rich or poor, not high or low. Sort by what actually runs underneath everyone. Every person you'll ever meet is grieving something, healing from something, or ashamed of something. Those three, not income or accent, are the categories that actually tell you who's in front of you. Somewhere, someone that person loved is gone, or going, or already grieved quietly where you'll never see it. The grieving wear black, whether the fabric is silk or something bought second hand. A body that doesn't work the way it used to. A mind that some mornings won't cooperate. An illness named or still unnamed. This one doesn't check your bank balance before it arrives. A mistake made and hidden. A cruelty done and regretted. A secret kept so long it's grown roots. Some carry theirs in public disgrace, others behind a spotless reputation, but no one is exempt. You can't buy your way past grief. You can't outrank illness. You can't outachieve shame. Everyone eventually stands in all three rooms, no matter what door they walked in through. Not job titles, not degrees, not the version of someone's life visible from the outside, sought by loss, wound, and shame, and suddenly the mansion and the small apartment look a lot more like each other. Every path, no matter how different it looked along the way, ends through the same doorway. That fact alone should have been humbling you the whole time. You don't need their income or resume to extend basic decency. You only need to remember they're carrying something, because they always are, whether or not it shows. You're not being asked to stop noticing people. You're being asked to notice the light layer, the one under the clothes and the job and the zip code, the one everyone actually shares. Instead of asking what they do or where they're from, silently ask what they might be grieving, healing, or hiding. You don't need the answer. Just asking the question changes how you look at them. Some people do have more money, more power, more advantage, and that still matters, still needs naming. But underneath the advantage, the same three rooms are waiting for them too. The coworker who seemed cold, the stranger who cut you off in traffic, the neighbor you've never spoken to. Run them through the real categories instead. Grieving something, healing from something, carrying some shame. Someone you decided a long time ago wasn't worth understanding. What might change if you sorted them by what they're carrying instead of by what you decided they were? You rank your own worth by income, by output, by how put together you look from the outside. Try sorting yourself by the true classes instead. You're grieving something, healing something, carrying some shame. That's just human, not a failure. It's harder to stay furious at someone once you remember they're carrying a loss you can't see. Not impossible, just harder. And harder is usually where the growth actually lives. The people you'd normally scroll past, dismiss, or write off get a second look when you remember they're sorted by sorrow and sickness and shame, just like you are. Instead of donating to a faceless category, you start noticing the actual person in front of you who's grieving, healing, or hiding something, and you respond to them instead of to an idea of them. You don't need a personality transplant. You need one habit, repeat it, pause the label, ask what they might be carrying. Let that be the thing you respond to. A single resorted encounter, a stranger, a rival, a version of yourself changes the texture of the whole day around it. That's not nothing. That's the whole shift, one meeting at a time. Rich or poor, smart or slow, us or them, or grieving, healing, ashamed, the three that were always true underneath. You get to choose which sorter runs the next conversation you have. Just once tomorrow, catch the label before it lands and ask the truer question instead. That's the whole practice. It doesn't need to be more than that to matter. Don't chase the next video for an answer. Sit with the one person you're about to resort and go actually see them differently today.